the air. Hi out there, in Lou's garage. This is Bob and Lou, the two old guys' garage for the Anglia. This is part 39, segment 1. Today is November 14th, 2024. So Lou.
Yes, sir.
How we doing? The door? Catch up on the door?
Okay, Okay, this is the way the unit's got to be bolted in. Got the door switch in. I ran power to it, and the little jobber goes up and down. But the only bad thing is the way the door is made. It has this panel here has an arch in it.
Mm.
So what it's doing is pushing this away from this. So what I'm going to have to do, this has got to be pulled towards here.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill and I'm going to put a screw into this guy here. I'll run the head on the inside because this here little channel here runs up and down, and this plastic goes inside to here. So what I'll do, I'll put a countersink screw in there, and then it'll come out in here, and then I'll put a nut on it there to draw this way.
Okay.
So, which it'll do, because this line here has to be on this side of the rail.
Ah.
For the glass.
Okay.
The
So that looks about right when you hold it back there.
Yeah.
So you've checked this electrically and run it? And
yeah, it goes up and down. Yeah, it sure does.
Works good. And then the glass guy came?
Yeah, the glass came. Pop one of the babies out. Here it is. Kind of smoked glass.
Oh, yeah.
Which ain't that bad.
Yeah, that's all right.
And then we made a new template for the windshield.
Okay.
And it wouldn't laminate the windshield onto here.
Okay.
So he's cutting that piece for that.
And of course we're going to do the glue thing, right?
Yeah.
The adhesive thing, like the modern day insert.
Yeah, this is like they do in cars now, is they laminate them, right? Glue them in.
Well, that's good. Well, that's sounding pretty good.
Yeah, then we'll need it out. Now let's get started on doing this side here. So I guess tomorrow I'll go ahead and pull the seat out and cut everything loose in there to pull the body out.
Yeah, that was that 4-inch pull out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, at least we know how to do it. Right?
Yeah. The whole trick, when the first Ford did anything, would have put the glass doors in and then just screwed everything together, we would have known the width of the body.
Yeah.
Because right now, the bottom, when I did the floor, I did it with the body in a relaxed mode. And actually, the body should have been stretched to start out with.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, The front was the way it's got to go. But this was all floppy. And, I never even thought of that. That's another, big screw. What are you going to do,
Yeah.
Yeah, the glass body is the shits. It really is. It's a bad piece of work.
Well, I guess it would be all right if you were making a gasser, right?
It'd be perfect for a gasser.
I mean, who gives a shit the way it looks like in a drag strip?
For being a hot rod,
a streetcar doesn't.
Yeah, for being a streetcar, it's not worth a shit. I hope the guy don't get pissed off if he watches one of our videos, but that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Live and learn.
So, you looked at my videos on the steering?
Yes, it was good.
Yeah, it's coming together pretty good.
You did a good job on.
Boy, I'm telling you, it's kind of scary. But what I've got is, let's see, today I actually had the box fitting in there and found out that it's better for where it fits for clearances instead of, this was kind of stupid. I mean, I put the box on the bench at 43 degrees because that's what the Ford column was at, thinking, it's got to line up. Not thinking that it's disconnected, you can do anything you want, right? Yeah. So when I got it in today to get the fit for, shortening this guy to make it fit to the thing, I realized all of a sudden that if I rotated the box another 30 degrees clockwise from the outside, it fits a hell of a lot better. It clears the flange on the exhaust header and only gives me about that much on the part where I could actually squeeze it if I have to. But more than that, if you think about it, that takes the angle of the spline, moves it 30 down so that there's a lot less angle to go to make the connection. Now, I'm going to have a little bit of got to figure out, the column is sitting in there now where it kind of just fits in there, the new steering column. And it's going to have to be shortened or moved up and then a, non-dish steering wheel put in. And it's going to be a little bit of trick on how to get it up high enough to fit the U-joint. The upper U-joint on the shaft itself is going to actually be up inside the firewall, I think. But I'm not worried.
Why don't you just cut the shaft? Just cut the goddamn...
Yeah, that's not a problem. We can cut the shaft. But I got to attach it to something. It's moving up inside the firewall, so I have to make some sort of a bracket underneath the toe board or whatever. But I'm not going to worry about it too much because the main thing is to get the box, the adapter together, get that bolted in, so that we got something to...
Well, what you could do on the bottom of the steering column, we might have some tube that tube will fit into. Okay, so if you cut it, okay, let's see, how can let's see, I draw this out. Okay, get a piece of paper here. Hey, doggies. Okay. This is your firewall right here.
All right.
Okay, the steering goes through here like that.
All right.
Okay, now, if we can do is make a plate for here, then if we can get a tube that this will slide into the tube, then you just cut a piece of tube.
Okay, Lou, you got a picture of what you did here?
Yes, this bracket here is the steering column will go through that. Okay, and then the flat plate mounts on the firewall. You can see how that it's done there on this T-bucket. And they also make this guy in different degrees.
So that's handmade, right?
Yeah, that's made from whatchamacallit, makes those Speedway. That's how they and it actually holds a steering column in place.
Okay.
There's no upper bracket or anything at all. Everything is held right through with this tube.
Yeah.
The steering column goes through it.
You see it here. It bolts against the firewall. Here's another shot of it here.
Yeah, and then...
well, that's another thought.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's food for thought.
See,
Look at the box in.
See right there. See how it's that whole thing is supports that steering column.
Yeah, here it is here.
That's
on mine right now, this is sitting flush with the firewall, and it's very close to the steering box. The hole is actually down here.
Yeah, so you could actually use something like that.
Yeah.
And mount this plate, make something like this, and then mount the plate on the firewall.
Okay, well, that's good. All right, so that's another thought. I got to get the box adapter plate welded together and fit before I get to that. That'll be next after I get that done. Okay, so I'm going to end this. This is what, part 39 for the Anglia project, talking about the Ford. And segment 1. So this is the end. Thank you all. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Hi, we're back. It's part 39, segment 2. What sounds like a duck is Lou getting ready to saw the firewall, not the firewall, saw the fiberglass and open up, start working on expanding the right side to the 4 inches. So I'm going to turn this off while he's grinding. Be back. Hi, we're back. Same day. We've cut the body and moved it out. It looks ridiculously out of shape, but that's multiple measurements both sides. That's about the other side. The important clue is that's the steel door, and we've straightened the excessive curve along the top. And as you can see, basically the door kind of fits at that point, both along the front and along the back. And as
then here, but notice here.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
this is lined up better than it was on the left-hand side. But then it's not lined up here.
Yeah, Mike.
And
Okay.
we had to wedge it in on the bottom. It's zero clearance, so that means we're going to have to do the same thing. What happened is that when we straightened the top curve to fit, that actually, in effect, lengthens the door a little bit and becomes zero clearance down here. So we're going to have to cut this down and make room like it was done on the other side. But that's better than expected. Once again, the straightening door bending unbending tool from our friends up in Denton worked good. So that's not bad. So now the fun begins on this side. Looking good. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think that's about it. All right, gonna stop here. May add some more, maybe add a little bit more. Be back in a little bit. Taking a pause.